Hi, I'm Pastor Nathaniel Chrisman, chaplain with PAC 444, and this is Duty to God in Action Adventure Requirement for AOL. I created this video so that you may be confident doing this requirement at home with your scout. Very often, den leaders leave the Duty to God requirements for families to do at home. Now, a den leader can absolutely do this in their den, and I encourage them to do so, but it also works very well for these requirements to be done at home. So if you're doing this at home, I believe you can do it. You're capable of doing this. Keep in mind that the Cub-scout motto is do your best. It does not need to be perfect. You do not need to be an expert to lead your scout in this conversation. I'll point out the requirements. Number 1 and 2 are required, and then 2 others of your choosing. So you only need to do 4 out of the 6. Number 1 and 2 for sure, and then 2 others. Number 1 is discuss with your parent, guardian, den leader, or other caring adult what it means to do your duty to God. Tell how you do your duty to God in your daily life. If you have been doing this program over the last several years, that is the same question that gets asked every year in the duty to God requirements. So hopefully this is one that your scout has heard before. Now at this level, they're about to go into BSA, Scouts BSA, enter a troop, and really take a lot more responsibility on for their own education. So I really encourage that you allow them to wrestle with this question with very limited direction, if any direction at all. Ask them the question and allow them to lead the conversation. Hear what they have to say about what this means to them and to really wrestle with it. Encourage them to wrestle with it and to challenge them in this even, so that they can really come to an understanding of what it might mean to be a scout and live out their duty to God on a daily basis. Number 2. Under the direction of your parent, guardian, or religious or spiritual leader, do an act of service for someone in your family, neighborhood, or community. Talk about your service with your family. Tell your family how it related to doing your duty to God. So this is something, again, you can sit down with your scout, lay out a plan. What is an act of service that really reflects how they understand God at work in their life? Hopefully they've just shared with you how they think they live out their duty to God in a daily level. Encourage them and challenge them to live that out in a more profound way in number 2. What is an act of service that would really demonstrate what it means to live out this duty to God that they have? How could they live that out faithfully? What would that look like at school, in the community, at a house of worship? What might that look like to really help them unpack some challenging element that would explore their belief more fully and encourage them in that task? Number 3, earn the religious emblem of your faith that is appropriate for your age if you have not done so already. As I named in the Webelos requirement, if you did not do the religious emblem in Webelos, now as an AOL, I would definitely encourage doing it, because there is a shift between the religious emblem up through the age bear to Webelos category. Now, if you're totally unfamiliar with the religious emblem program, let me tell you, it is not simple. It can be very involved depending on the religious institution you are part of. So some are weeks. You could do it in a few weeks. Others require months, several months to earn your religious emblem. So it really is up to your religious institution, and there's guidelines around that. You can reach out to the PAC chaplain or district chaplain to get assistance with those. A lot of different coordinators can help unpack what that would look like, but your religious institution would be the first place to start. See if they are familiar with the religious emblem program. If they're not, then you're going to need to get some help unpacking that program. If they are familiar with it, and many are, they can help get you started on that program. But again, this is not something you're going to be able to do quickly. This is something that's going to take some time to be prepared for that. Now, if you did the religious emblem last year, almost certainly it'll be the same thing this year. So I would discourage trying to do it, or you're just not going to be able to actually do that this year. But if you did it years ago, Bear, or earlier, you probably can go ahead and do it again, and it's a slightly different program than what you did. It's age appropriate, and it'll be a slightly different program. So it's a good time to explore the religious emblem now for a second time. The good news about the religious emblem, once you've earned it, you can take it with you into Scouts BSA. So you can take it from the pack to your troop, and it carries on with you. One of the few things that you can earn as a Cub that carries with you into Scouts BSA. Number 4, with your parent, guardian, or religious or spiritual leader, discuss and make a plan to do 2 things you think will help you better do your duty to God. Do these things for a month. So what kind of practice could they do at home or in their community or in their place of worship or in their school that would really help them live into their duty to God more fully? So this could be prayer on a regular basis. This could be a reading of a religious a book of some kind. This could be all manner of practice like that, that really, again, encourages them to wrestle with their faith and come to a more deep understanding of that. Now, if you have a youth pastor or a youth leader or a teacher at some level in your religious institution that your Scout is plugged into, this might be a great time to engage them and ask them what resources are available for them to wrestle with more fully. Number 5, discuss with your family how the Scout oath and Scout law relate to your beliefs about duty to God. Now, this is something you could do much quicker than some of these others, certainly much quicker than the religious emblem. So if you're trying to get this done in a short period of time, this is one that you could probably wrestle with in a much more timely manner. So remind the Scout of the oath and the law. I mean, have them recite that. By now they should know it. But if not, have them recite that and then really unpack phrase by phrase what it means to connect their faith to this oath and this law that they have wrestled with so long. Again, a pack chaplain could help with this. Anyone who's in the pack that you see as a spiritual director at some level could really help unpack this more fully. But again, something you can easily do at home as a family. Number 6, for at least a month, pray or reverently meditate each day as taught by your faith or by your family or faith community. So this is a way, again, to live out some kind of spiritual practice that is commonplace in your discipline, whatever faith community that may be. And so to live that out more fully over an extended period of time, and again, to create a practice that may be shaping for them as they prepare for that next phase of scouting. I wish you well in your endeavor. Take care, and remember to keep it simple, to have fun, and to do your best. Take care.